G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_Gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So for today's video I wanted to run through the details of the upcoming EZA units that we'll be getting with the next World Tournament. We do have a maintenance coming up later in the week, so you'd presume that this is going to be dropping over the weekend, and you're going to have the opportunity to EZA a lot of these guys. We're going to go in order actually of the importance, I think. So we're going to be starting off here with the Tech Mr. Boo. So he is sort of his own named unit, which is awesome because he does have a really good link set, as you can see here. Works really well with the Int Fat Boo. I know this is a combo that a lot of people on JP have been running. So looking at him, we won't even bother going through those pre-EZA details, but now he gets the 3 key 70% to all, which is a bit of a nothing, but he gets greatly raises his defense for one turn, causes supreme damage and lowers attack. So really good super attack effect. That's going to hold you in good stead for like difficult content and SBR. So we love that, but this is where he really gets his value. So attack and defense 120% plus an additional 120% when performing a super attack. Changes into key spheres and key spheres of another type to rainbow key spheres. So he is a double rainbow key sphere changer, which is awesome. The Majin Buu Saga teams don't really have enough support options or orb changes, I feel. So this guy really slides in the team, really useful there. So he gets attack and defense plus 50% and recovers 30,000 HP per rainbow key sphere obtained. Being a double orb changer, I feel like you're going to regularly be getting sort of that 3 to 4 number there. So 150 to potentially 200% extra attack and defense. Reduces damage received by 50% with 2 or more rainbow key spheres obtained, which is, with a double orb change, it's going to be so easy. And reduces damage received by an additional 10% for each rainbow key sphere starting from the 3rd key sphere. So if you get the crazy turn where you get 5 rainbow key spheres, and to be honest, I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility, he's literally going to be getting 80% damage reduction plus 250% extra attack and defense. That is going to be so insane. You add in the 50% from your super attack effect there. Imagine you get an additional. This guy is going to be really, really tanky. So he's definitely a unit that I'm going to be prioritizing using my EZA medals for when it comes to the worldwide. You look at his teams like World Tournament, Resurrected, Warriors, Buu Saga, Transformation Boost, Life Forms, Worthy Rivals, Margin Power, Power Absorption, Bond of Friendship, and Tournament Participants. He's on a lot of teams that need a lot of help. So if you are running low on the EZA, whatever they're called, medals, I recommend doing this Buu because this Buu is absolutely insane for a free-to-play unit. So the next one that I'm excited for is the Super Saiyan Gohan teen. Pretty much shares the name with no one else. Again, leader skill doesn't really matter, but he's super 3 key 77%. For his super attack effect, he greatly raises attack and raises defense for one turn with a medium chance of stunning. So handy that he now gets defense on super, because as you'll see here, that's really helpful with his passive because he gets 158% attack and defense, additional 58 when performing a super, but his defensive utility comes here with the extra damage reduction of 58%. So good amount of damage reduction there for when he's getting his post super. He also gives super class allies 3 key and 30% attack and defense, which is awesome. As I just mentioned, we're really lacking support class units for sort of the Majin Buu Saga style of teams. So it's going to be really impactful there. Gets an additional 58% attack and defense, and enemies attack minus 20% for 2 turns when facing extreme class enemies. So the other handy thing here is his link set. So Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Warrior Race, Z Fighters, Hero of Justice, Shattering Limit. So a few wonkies in there, but he's got Saiyan Lineage, which is a good link. Saiyan Warrior Race is pretty handy. Shattering Limit if you're running other sort of free-to-play units. Super Saiyan if you want to rock him on that Vegeta team, or the the Int Super Saiyan trio. Remember, he won't be giving support to Vegeta, but the Super Saiyan team's absolutely busted. And as you can see here, sort of hybrids, Buu Saga, a lot of the as expected teams. So I'm personally going to be using medals on this guy too. I used to love rocking him back when he got his awakening, and I think he's going to be really solid still. So the next option we've got is the LR that will be EZAing, so the Yamcha and Pua. Join forces 3 key 150%, so that could be handy for those support memory missions. Super attack becomes 20, that'll be 20%, won't it? 30%, okay, attack and defense for one turn, then lowers defense. That'll be the same again there. You can see defense and massively lowers defense. For his passive, 5 key attack and defense plus 150 when performing a super attack, plus an additional attack and defense 100% if it's an 18 key super. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super when there is a joined forces category ally attacking in the same turn. So you can potentially quad super with this guy. You get an additional 150% and character will be stunned when there's a Peppy Girls enemy, plus an additional 3 key and 150% attack and high chance of evading enemy's attack when there is no Peppy Girl enemy. So a lot of his defensive utility is definitely going to be revolving around that 50% chance to dodge. Even though he does get the defense on super and he can quad super, I wouldn't be bringing him into a Peppy Girls stage. Yeah, because you're just asking to get cooked. But this guy, from what I saw on JP, he can put up an insane amount of damage, and yeah, has 50% chance to dodge. So you got some defensive utility there as well. So he ranks third amongst these EZAs and Awakenings. The next one that we've got is the Jackie Chun EZA. So tough for him because we already do have a good in Jackie Chun, but World Tournament 3 key 90%. Super attack, he greatly raises attack for one turn, causes supreme damage and seals supers. So no defense there is already a tough start. But for his passive, you got the key +2, attack and defense 100%, start a turn, then an additional 100% when performing a super. Low chance, I don't even know, 10%, that's tough. Evading enemy supers, plus an additional attack plus 30% and chance of evading enemy's attack, including super, plus 20% with each attack received. So not ideal to be like getting hit to build up your ability to dodge. But it is just 3 attacks, and then you will have a 70% chance to dodge, plus an additional defense 30% and chance of performing a crit with each attack evaded. So as you do then get those dodges, yeah, you're going to get a bit more damage, but I feel like you're probably going to be dead by that stage. He then survives KO attacks when HP is 10% or above. So Jackie Chun doesn't really have much to offer here. We also have this Super Saiyan Vegeta, so he's 3 key 70%. Greatly raises attack and defense for one turn. He did already do that, and that is the 50%. And then greatly lowers defense and seals super. So quite a bit going on there with his super attack effect. For his passive, it's 150% attack and defense, an additional 100% when performing a super, plus an additional 1 key up to 5, which is a bit useless when we're talking about a TUR that has Super Saiyan links. But anyway, an attack 20% up to 100% with each attack received. He has a great chance, which will be the 70 here, of guarding all attacks, and chance of performing a crit plus 15% up to 60 with each attack received when there is another mastered evolution category ally attacking the same turn. So very much like Jackie Chun, I don't think this guy is going to have a whole lot of value. Maybe, I guess, he could help you out with a mission or an SBR stage. SBR in particular with that super attack effect could be pretty handy. But he's not even on a crazy amount of teams here. I think this Vegeta is probably one that I'd be EZAing later on. Between him and Jackie Chun, I wouldn't be rushing to use the medals on him. But the final one we've got here is actually an Awakening, not an EZA, and it is for the Shen. So tech units, 3 key, 70% attack and defense. Good super attack here, because you got the greatly raised attack and defense with a high chance to stun, so gives you a lot of usability in something like SBR. For his passive, you got attack and defense 150, Seals the attacked enemy super, so that's guaranteed, which is really good. High chance, which will be a 50% of evading enemy attacks, so 50% chance to dodge, bit of utility straight off the bat. Chance of evading enemy attack plus 10% with each attack evaded, so that's up to 20%, so 2 attacks. I assume that wouldn't stack, but potentially could. Chance of evading enemy attack plus 20% and attack and defense plus 150% as the attacker in the first turn. I would imagine that would also be a third proc. I can't imagine they're going to be giving him 90% chance to dodge. So I'd say you have a 50 and then 20-20, plus an additional attack and defense 150% as second attacker in the turn. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance, so that'll be 70 of becoming a super attack within the same turn, and plus an additional attack 100% for 3 turns after evading an attack. So I feel like this guy would be pretty solid. As you can see, not much in the way of teams, but World Tournament needs all the help it can get. Realm of Gods, probably not, considering this link set. Earthbred Fighters is always going to have better options, but still, I think this will be a pretty handy awakening, and it's going to be a unit that a lot of people have had for a long time. But there you go, guys. That is the 5 EZAs and the 1 awakening. As I'm sure you're well aware, I did ride Mr. Boo pretty hard here. He's just a phenomenal EZA, and I really can't wait for us to be able to utilise this one on Global. But let me know your thoughts down below on which one is your favourite, or which one you're going to be dropping your EZA medals on first. Because yeah, there is quite a few to choose from there. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.